Okay. So first of all, I just want to thank Scott Blasi, Steve Asmussen's main assistant trainer, and Joel Rosario, Epicenter's jockey, for taking the time out of their busy week to share some insights with us today. At Open Stable, we're trying to build this bridge between the industry players and their fans, and we really appreciate you guys adding this great value to that goal. As someone myself who has spent my entire life in this industry, it's become really obvious to me that we need to lend a hand to new participants and fans and help them engage with the trainers, the jockeys, and the horses, the real stars of our sport. So I'm really excited to be involved with Open Stable and helping that cause through the NFTs and the online platforms like this Zoom call today. So I think with that, let's get started. We're just going to ask some questions to Joel and to Scott, and wherever you guys want to chime in, that'd be great. So Joel, I just wanted to start a little bit real quick about the trip you had in the Derby, and there must have been a moment there where you thought you were going to win the race. And I know with that blistering speed up front, there must have also been a thought up in your head, like there's going to be some closers coming. So could you feel them coming? Did you know they were coming? What's that feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the opportunity. I mean, that was yeah, I was tuning for home and looked like I was winning the race after the early fraction, they were really fast, and to look like it, I was just passing horses, and then it looked like I weigh a little bit before, between the 3-year pole and then the quarter pole, and then he kind of take off again to the home, and then I thought he was home, and to that horse he came in just the last 50 yards there, and then just he passed us like we're stopping, but he run a big race.
Are you just like so much in the zone that you kind of block out the other horses, or do you have this feeling that they're there, that they're coming? Can you hear them?
Well, sometimes I didn't hear until he got close to me. It looked like it, and that point the horse to me it was on the outside me, the horse Charles Brown, and I thought he was there, and it looked like everybody was off the rail that day, so never thought he was never gonna come inside there, and he did.
Yeah, snuck up on you a little.
Yes.
Good. So going forward into the Preakness, assuming Epicenter breaks well, where do you kind of see where you're going to be, and how much speed do you think is in there? And do you think maybe some of these jocks learned their lesson? They might actually slow it down too much in this race.
Yeah, so depending how the horse get in there, see how he and how much speed he showed, and stuff like that, and also we're watching for that and see if as the speed goes, if it goes fast or slow, or just all depending on my horse, and see what he wanted to.
And looking at his temperament, he seems pretty adaptable. Can you talk a little bit about how he's matured from 2 to 3? And as a rider, you develop this sort of trust with a horse, or any of the good horses that you've ridden. They listen to you pretty well, and talk a little bit about your relationship with him and how adaptable he is.
Yeah, he is very adaptable. If you can see, even like in the Derby, the race before the Derby, Louisiana Derby, he was a little bit off the pace at the inside, kind of maybe a little similar with the Derby, but the Derby was more speed and strong and more horses around, and he was able, he was ending everything fine. Looked like he didn't care for that, and yeah, he seemed like a more professional and stuff like that, so he can do anything.
Good. Mm-hmm. And then lastly for you, Joel, I believe the Preakness might be one of the big races that you haven't won yet. And can you just tell us what that might mean to you to add that to your huge list of accomplishments and wins?
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, and like you said, never won it before for the second, third, a lot of time, and we're looking forward for this one.
Good. It looks like you're on a good one for it. So, and then I guess for either of you guys, Epicenter just looks like a horse that oozes confidence. Can a horse ever become too confident? And what kind of signs do you look for? There's that fine line between getting a horse on his A game and just getting him a little too far over the top. And what kind of adjustments do you have to make to just keep him right on that line? Scott?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key to Epicenter is I think he definitely, the last time he got beat, he jumped forward leaps and bounds, and I would expect the same thing here. The race didn't seem to take too much out of him. His energy level's good, and we're really happy with how he settled in here at Baltimore. A lot of these colts haven't shipped that much yet. He ran at the fairgrounds, which was home for him, ran at Churchill, which was home for him. And, so to see how he's acted shipping in here with everything going on, in the stakes barn here at Pimlico, he lays down, takes his nap, just doesn't really seem to care about what's going on in his surroundings. And, that gives us a lot of confidence.
Well, that's one thing I was going to say is, in general, your horses seem to carry like great condition. And that's got to be helpful when they have these, taxing experiences in hot weather, and they don't seem to, reduce too much. They seem to come out of the race really well. And, it's just a compliment to you guys, because they just scream health. And yeah, I think that helps.
I think we try to adjust our training to what we see, and not just do the same thing every day. And so for him to be able to take the racing and be able to maintain his condition is, he's just such a great horse to be around.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that when you have, a top rider like Joel, your job is to get the horse in peak condition. And, I'm guessing there's not much instruction you can give to Joel that he doesn't already know, or is there some times where you just have to give a little bit of insight, keep him calm in the post parade, or, little things that you try to give him?
Yeah. I mean, maybe if I see something that's a little different or might be off, I might say something to him, but honestly, I don't. Once these top riders have rode horses like this, I don't think there's a lot you really need to say. Joel has a great amount of confidence in this horse, and we have a lot of confidence in him. So we're just, I don't think you want to make too many adjustments.
Yeah, it seems like any athlete, human or equine, that confidence level is such a big deal, just so they can go out there and perform their best. I mean, so to get horses, and I know there's so much stuff that goes in behind the scenes that we never get to see, just your routine gallop, the way they go on the track and off the track, and what happens back in the barn. All these little tiny details add up to that confidence and giving the horse everything he needs to go out there. So, I know there's a lot that we don't get to see. We get to see you guys for about 10 minutes on TV, but there's a whole nother world that happens. So kudos to you guys for getting them here. Scott, real quick, you guys have had two, enormous stars in our industry win the Preakness, in Curlin and Rachel Alexandra. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences for those wins, especially with Rachel Alexandra with a filly beating the boys, and how special that was?
Well, Curlin was our first, Triple Crown race win. So that was a really big moment for us as far as a team. He just improved so much from the Derby to the Preakness, and throughout the rest of his career. It was a big stepping stone for him. and you know, he showed us what he was capable of doing. Rachel was, you know, that was a more of a stressful Preakness for me, just because we hadn't had her very long. You know, changed barns within a 2-week period and had to ship, and you know, we were getting acquainted with her and she was getting acquainted with us, but you know, she was just such a champion that you know, we just had to keep her happy and moving forward. So you know, that was very special, and she you know, went on, and what she accomplished her 3-year-old year was just extraordinary.
That's another thing that we talk about in this industry is something that nobody can do, you know, to train these horses is that heart and desire that these horses have to win and compete. You know, again, in comparison to the 2-legged athletes, you know, some people just want it more than others. And so I think that's what makes these animals so special is just their complete desire to just win and be tough and get through adversity. And so I like when you see champions like Rachel and Curlin and hopefully Epicenter one day, you know, you look back and say they had that drive and determination and heart to get there.
Oh, they for sure definitely breathe different air. You know, they know they're good. They exude confidence. They know when they win. They know when they get beat. You know, they are professional athletes. You know, you see these documentaries on Tiger and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and you know, you can see these same things in the horses as well as the jockeys. I mean, it's a very competitive sport that we're in, and you know, winning's fun, losing isn't.
Yep.
Actually,
So,
Jack, we got a question that came in that just right in line with that. The way Epicenter shook clear and then held Zandon off, does he know that he got beat by the inside horse, or in his mind, does he think he won the race?
I'm not sure he does, because watching him cool out in the test barn and stuff, he was just as cocky as ever. So I mean, I'm really not sure he does. You know, I didn't let him. We didn't pretend he got beat. We were proud of him.
Good.
Yeah. Well, as a horse owner for years, Braxton and I, like, one of the things we always wonder is, do they recognize the winner's circle celebration as they won the race, or is it what they leave on the track at that wire in their head that determines if they won? Joel, do you have any thoughts around that? Do they know when they come back to the circle it means something, or it's the same as cooling off without the circle?
They know. They actually know. Just like Scott said, they know when they win, and you know, like you can tell in a lot of them, they're very smart, and then they know when they, you know, they win the race for sure.
And they can tell a difference between like a neck and a head, and they realize, I just got. Can they feel that?
Well, probably, you know, probably.
They don't know exactly where the wire is.
It's when you stop riding.
Right. They just know they just got him wrong. It's like, you're not beating me.
Well, that's why we put a lot of emphasis on the gallop out too, because, you know, they gallop out strong. You know, that's basically them saying, I can keep going, you know?
Yes, that's right.
So, another quick question for both of you. Do you guys have anything on the undercard that you just absolutely love? Any insight for some people that are going to be there all day or watching the races all day?
We brought pretty much a group of sprinters with us to run on undercard races, and Joel rides several of them, and I think they're very well meant. You know, horses like Cogburn that just just got beat last time. He ran a 7 on the sheets. I mean, they're going to be very competitive in those spots.
Good. And then I guess Epicenter
Banks.
was scheduled to go to the gate this morning. He's going to be paddock school this afternoon. Do you know what time that's going to be? We might be able to catch that on TVG.
We're going to paddock school him in the 5th race. I don't know how he got scheduled to go to the gate today. We just galloped him today.
Okay.
He's going to stand in the gate tomorrow.
Okay. So
I'm not sure.
Did you say
Who was marking the track?
Did you say
I'm not sure.
5th race?
5th race.
Okay. All right.
Yes. 5th.
Great.
Just got 2 quick questions left here. Joel, do you approach big races differently than a regular race? Does your pre-race routine, is it different, or is it the same old, no matter whether it's a Thursday or a Triple Crown day?
I mean, I think it's a little bit more exciting. I mean, it's exciting every day, but it's more exciting, and especially when you in the Derby, or you know, so many people around there, and then just you know, you can hear the noise and stuff like that. It's just it's a little more like, you know, just getting to you more. But I really like what I do every day, and I really enjoy it. I really like the horse.
Okay, and Scott, well, I know you're not going to like this question, but I got to ask it. Someone sent it in. Is the Belmont in the plans if the horse comes out well? And if there was a summer goal, what would the summer goal be?
Well, I mean, I think definitely the summer goal would be the Travers. I mean, I think with horses, if you get too far ahead of yourself, it's a mistake. It's one of those things where you have to take it one race at a time, and, you know, make sure they're recovered from the race physically and mentally. And, you know, we got a hot day coming on Saturday, so you got to see how they come out of that race. And you know, it's just a day by day thing with horses as usual.
Okay.
I wish I had more of an answer for him, but, you know.
No,
yeah, well,
listen, it's racing. No, you don't know. You'll know. You'll have a much better idea Sunday morning.
Yeah. It's you learn doing my job that you just better have your suitcase packed.
And then
Yeah.
Echo Zulu. What's her plan right now?
I think just freshman up, we're probably looking towards the Acorn with her going forward. Belmont week, so shorten her back up to a mile.
Okay.
Good. Well,
I
you
think
know, I
she's gonna love that.
Go ahead. All right, I think we'll probably wrap it up now. Just wish you guys a great day on Saturday. Hope everybody comes home safe and has a great day. And thanks again for being part of this. And hopefully we're engaging with fans the way, you know, in a new way that creates some excitement, more excitement about our great sport.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Y'all
Thanks.
have a good day.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
You too.